Friday wasn't just another comedy, it was a cultural phenomenon that redefined urban cinema. But have you ever wondered what happened to the cast that made it a classic? As we dive into their lives today, you'll discover some incredible transformations and untold stories. Did you know that Ice Cube didn't just stop at acting? Let's unravel the journeys of these iconic actors and see where life has taken them since that unforgettable day on the porch. But before we begin, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Now let's get into it. Number 1. Ice Cube as Craig Jones. First up, we have Ice Cube, who played the laid-back and unlucky Craig Jones. Craig was just a regular guy trying to get through his Friday without getting into too much trouble. Remember that scene where he gets fired on his day off? Classic! For those who don't know, Ice Cube, with some help from DJ Pooh, wrote the film, and he's been going strong ever since. So, what's Ice Cube been up to these days? Well, besides being a total legend, he's had quite the career. Ice Cube transitioned from being a rapper to a bona fide movie star. He's starred in a ton of movies like Barbershop, 21 Jump Street, and Ride Along. And let's not forget his role in creating the Friday sequels, Next Friday and Friday After Next. And if that wasn't enough, he's also a successful producer, director, and writer. Ice Cube's definitely not getting fired on his day off anymore. Instead, he's probably firing off emails and making million-dollar deals. Speaking of million-dollar deals, Ice Cube has penned quite a few with his Big Three basketball league, showing his versatility as a businessman, not just in the music and film industries, but in sports too. Now, going back to his role in Friday, did you know that the scene where Craig and Smokey are sitting on the porch, and Smokey is trying to convince Craig to smoke some weed, was almost entirely improvised? Ice Cube and Chris Tucker's chemistry was so spot on that they just let the cameras roll and magic happened. The "you ain't gotta lie" Craig line has become iconic, but it wasn't in the script. The director, F. Gary Gray, loved the natural vibe they had and decided to keep it. Ice Cube's impact on the film industry isn't just limited to his acting. He's been a driving force behind the scenes as well. He's produced a series of films and shows that resonate with audiences, blending humor with social commentary. The Barbershop series, for instance, tackled community issues while making us laugh. His work on Straight Outta Compton gave us a deep dive into his early life with NWA, showing the world the power of storytelling from a personal perspective. And let's not forget his music career. Ice Cube is still dropping bars and staying relevant in the hip-hop scene. His albums have always had a message, and he's never been afraid to speak his mind. Whether it's about social issues or just having a good time, Ice Cube's lyrics hit home. So, from getting fired on his day off to firing up the big screen and the music charts, Ice Cube's journey has been nothing short of epic. Craig Jones might have had a rough Friday, but Ice Cube is living his best life every day of the week. Number 2. Chris Tucker as Smokey. Next, we have Chris Tucker, who played the hilarious Smokey. Smokey was the ultimate sidekick, always getting into trouble and making us laugh. Remember when Smokey said, "You got knocked the fuck out"? Come on, you know you still quote that line. Chris Tucker skyrocketed to fame with his role in Friday, but he didn't stop there. He became a household name with his role as Detective James Carter in the Rush Hour series, alongside Jackie Chan. Those two were like the ultimate buddy cop duo. After Rush Hour, Chris took a step back from the limelight to focus on his personal life and stand-up comedy. He's still got it, though. His comedy specials are top-notch, and he's even made a comeback to the big screen. Smokey might have been a bit of a troublemaker, but Chris Tucker is nothing but a class act. Here's a little story you might not know. During the filming of Friday, there's a scene where Smokey is in the chicken coop, high out of his mind. Chris Tucker was so deep into character that he actually stayed in the coop for way longer than necessary. He even started clucking like a chicken to get into the role. The cast and crew were in stitches, but it showed how dedicated Chris was to bringing Smokey to life. Chris Tucker's comedic genius is evident in every role he takes on. After Friday, he continued to bring his unique brand of humor to other films. His role in The Fifth Element as Ruby Road is still talked about today, a flamboyant, over-the-top performance that only Tucker could pull off. And who can forget his dynamic chemistry with Jackie Chan in Rush Hour? Those movies are comedy gold, and it's all thanks to Chris's quick wit and timing. Outside of acting, Chris has a heart of gold. He's been involved in numerous charitable activities and uses his platform to give back. He's been active in supporting education and humanitarian efforts, proving that he's not just a funny guy, but a genuinely good person. And don't think for a second that he's left comedy behind. Chris Tucker's stand-up routines are still a hit, filled with hilarious observations and stories from his career. He's got that special ability to make you laugh until your sides hurt. So from Smokey to Detective Carter and beyond, Chris Tucker has had an incredible journey. He might have made us laugh with his antics in Friday, but his career and contributions go way beyond that. Smokey may have been all about the laughs, but Chris Tucker is the real deal, both on and off the screen. Number 3. Nia Long as Debbie. Next up is the beautiful Nia Long, who played Debbie, Craig's crush and neighbor. Debbie was the girl next door with a kind heart and a no-nonsense attitude. And let's be real, we were all rooting for Craig to win her over. Nia Long has had quite an impressive career since Friday. She starred in numerous films and TV shows, making a name for herself as one of Hollywood's most talented actresses. You might remember her from The Best Man, Big Mama's House, and Are We There Yet? She's also had recurring roles on popular TV series like Empire and NCIS Los Angeles. Besides acting, Nia has also been involved in directing and producing. She's truly a triple threat in the entertainment industry, and she's still as stunning as ever. It's like she hasn't aged a day since Friday. Here's a fun little story about Nia Long from the set of Friday. During the filming of the scene where Craig and Debbie are having their heartfelt conversation on the porch, Nia accidentally called Ice Cube by his real name, O'Shea, in one of the takes. The crew had a good laugh about it, and Nia was so embarrassed. But she quickly recovered, and the scene turned out to be one of the most memorable moments in the movie. Nia's talent doesn't stop at just acting. She's also a passionate advocate for various causes, including education and women's rights. She uses her platform to speak out on important issues and inspire others to make a difference. Nia's dedication to her craft and her community makes her a true role model. And let's not forget her iconic role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as Lisa, Will Smith's girlfriend. Their chemistry was undeniable, and fans still talk about their on-screen romance to this day. Nia's ability to bring depth and authenticity to her characters is what makes her stand out in every project she's part of. So, from the girl next door in Friday to one of Hollywood's leading ladies, Nia Long's career has been nothing short of amazing. She continues to captivate audiences with her performances and remains a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. Debbie might have been Craig's dream girl, but Nia Long is a superstar in real life. Number 4. Jon Witherspoon as Mr. Jones. And who could forget the hilarious Jon Witherspoon as Mr. Jones, Craig's no-nonsense dad? You better put some water on that damn shit. Classic Mr. Jones line. He was the dad we all needed, giving tough love and hilarious advice. Jon Witherspoon was a comedy legend, and his role in Friday was just one of the many iconic characters he played. He had a long and successful career in both television and film. You might remember him from The Wayans-Brers, The Boondocks, and Soul Plane. His comedic timing and unique delivery made him a standout in every role. Jon's career spanned over decades, and he brought laughter to so many people. Even though he passed away in 2019, his legacy lives on through his memorable performances. He was a true master of comedy, and his influence can still be felt in the industry today. Here's a little behind-the-scenes story about Jon Witherspoon on the set of Friday. During the filming of the scene where Mr. Jones is giving Craig that infamous bathroom talk, Jon Witherspoon improvised a lot of his lines. The line, "You better put some water on that damn shit," wasn't in the script. It was all Jon. The cast and crew couldn't stop laughing, and they had to do several takes to get through the scene without cracking up. Jon Witherspoon was more than just a funny man. He was a mentor to many young comedians and actors, always willing to share his wisdom and experience. His generosity and kindness made him a beloved figure in Hollywood. And who could forget his role as Granddad in The Boondocks? His voice acting brought the character to life, and his hilarious and sometimes outrageous lines became a huge part of the show's success. Granddad's antics and pearls of wisdom are still quoted by fans today. Jon Witherspoon's contribution to comedy and entertainment is immeasurable. He had a way of making you laugh with just a look or a simple line. His talent was truly one of a kind, and he left a lasting impact on everyone who had the pleasure of working with him or watching his performances. So, from being the hilarious Mr. Jones in Friday to a beloved comedy legend, Jon Witherspoon's career was filled with laughter and joy. He might have played the tough dad on screen, but off-screen, he was a comedic genius with a heart of gold. We miss you, Pops. Number 5. Regina King as Dana Jones. Next up is the incredible Regina King, who played Dana Jones, Craig's sassy sister. Dana was always ready with a witty comeback and had zero tolerance for Smokey's antics. She brought a lot of laughs to the movie with her sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude. Regina King has had an absolutely stellar career since Friday. She's won multiple awards, including an Oscar for her role in If Beale Street Could Talk, and she's been a powerhouse on both the big and small screens. You might remember her from Jerry Maguire, Ray, and her award-winning performances in American Crime and Watchmen. But did you know Regina King isn't just an amazing actress? She's also an accomplished director. She made her feature film directorial debut with One Night in Miami, which received rave reviews. She's proven time and again that there's nothing she can't do. Here's a fun fact from the set of Friday. Regina King had everyone cracking up during the filming of the scene where Dana argues with Smokey about borrowing her car. Apparently, Regina improvised a lot of her lines, and her comedic timing was so perfect that the crew struggled to keep a straight face. Ice Cube even said that working with Regina was like watching a masterclass in comedy. Regina King's versatility as an actress is truly remarkable. From intense dramas to action-packed superhero series, she brings depth and authenticity to every role she takes on. Her portrayal of Sister Night in Watchmen was both powerful and groundbreaking, earning her an Emmy Award and cementing her status as a top-tier talent. Beyond her acting and directing, Regina is also a strong advocate for diversity and inclusion in Hollywood. She's been vocal about the need for more opportunities for people of color and has used her platform to push for positive change in the industry. So from Dana Jones in Friday to an award-winning actress and director, Regina King's career has been nothing short of extraordinary. She's a true queen in every sense of the word, and we can't wait to see what she does next. Number 6. Fon Love as Big Worm. And let's not forget Fon Love, who played the unforgettable Big Worm. Big Worm was the neighborhood ice cream man with a side hustle in, well, less savory businesses. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. We all remember that line. Fon Love has continued to entertain us with his comedic chops in various movies and TV shows. You might recognize him from Elf, where he played the grumpy Gimbals manager, or from The Replacements and Couples Retreat. He's got a knack for stealing scenes with his larger-than-life personality. Besides his film work, Fon has also had a successful stand-up comedy career. His stand-up routines are filled with hilarious observations and stories, proving that his talent for making people laugh is undeniable. Here's an interesting story from the set of Friday that you might not know. During the filming of the iconic scene where Big Worm confronts Smokey about the missing money, Fon Love decided to ad-lib some of his lines. The "playing with my money" line was actually something Fon came up with on the spot, and it became one of the most memorable quotes from the movie. The director, F. Gary Gray, loved it so much that he kept it in the final cut. Fon Love's ability to improvise and bring his characters to life with such authenticity has been a key factor in his enduring popularity. He's a natural comedian, and his performances always leave a lasting impression. And let's talk about his role in Elf. Fon's portrayal of the no-nonsense Gimbals manager was the perfect foil to Will Ferrell's Buddy the Elf. His deadpan delivery and exasperated expressions made for some of the funniest moments in the film. It's hard to imagine Elf being as hilarious without Fon's contribution. Off-screen, Fon is known for his candid and often hilarious takes on various topics. He's never afraid to speak his mind, and his interviews are always entertaining. His larger-than-life persona is just as captivating in real life as it is on screen. So, from Big Worm in Friday to a comedy powerhouse, Fon Love has had an incredible journey. He's brought laughter to countless fans and continues to be a beloved figure in the entertainment world. Big Worm might have been all about business, but Fon Love is all about the laughs. Number 7. Anna Maria Horsford as Mrs. Jones. But how can we talk about the cast of the original Friday without mentioning the wonderful Anna Maria Horsford? She played Mrs. Jones, Craig's loving but tough-as-nails mom, and she completely owned the part like she was destined for it. Mrs. Jones was always ready to keep her family in check, and her no-nonsense attitude was both hilarious and endearing. It's safe to say that she's the kind mother we all needed growing up. Hard, tough, but full of love. Anna Maria Horsford has enjoyed a vibrant career since Friday. You might recognize her from her roles in The Wayans, Bold and the Beautiful, and Amen. She's also made numerous guest appearances on TV shows like Grey's Anatomy and New Girl. Now here's a fun tidbit from Friday. During the scene where Mrs. Jones tells Craig to ask his father for money, Anna improvised a lot of her lines, adding that extra bit of motherly sass that made the scene unforgettable. Her ability to think right out of the box contributed greatly to making Friday one of those films you can never forget. Anna's talent and versatility have made her a beloved figure in Hollywood, and she continues to captivate audiences with her performances till this very day. She's definitely aged, but she's still as fine as can be. And trust me when I say, she's not going anywhere anytime soon. Now let's talk about the intimidating Tiny Lister, who played the neighborhood bully, Debo. Debo was the guy everyone feared, with his menacing presence and no-holds-barred attitude. Somehow, I feel we all had a Debo around us growing up. Tiny Lister, also known as Zeus in the wrestling world, had a prolific career in both acting and wrestling. Besides Friday, you might remember him from roles in The Fifth Element, The Dark Knight, and his wrestling days in the WWF and WCW. But that's what makes Tiny so special. He genuinely was a tough guy, but his ability to bring out his comedic side made him Hollywood gold. Now here's an interesting fact. During the filming of the scene where Debo knocks out Red, Tiny accidentally hits a little too hard, and the reaction you see from the cast is partly real. Talk about method acting. Sadly, Tiny passed away in 2020, but his legacy as Debo and his larger-than-life persona live on in the hearts of Friday fans forever. Last but definitely not least, we have Paula J Parker, who played Joy, Craig's overly suspicious and dramatic girlfriend. Joy's antics, from her wild accusations to her iconic phone call scenes, added a lot of humor to Friday. Since Friday, Paula J Parker has continued to shine in Hollywood with roles in Hustle and Flow, The Proud Family, and Ray Donovan. She's so much of a talented actress that she brings energy and charisma to every role she takes on with ease. Here's a funny behind-the-scenes moment from Friday. During the filming of Joy's phone argument with Craig, Paula J Parker had the whole crew laughing with her over-the-top improvisations. It's no wonder her scenes are some of the most memorable. Paula's versatility and comedic timing have made her a standout actress, and she continues to entertain and impress audiences with her work. And there you have it, the cast of Friday, then and now. It's amazing to see how far they've come, and the incredible careers they've had. We hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Catch you next time.